All right, I have a rescue dog, as you've seen, and it's very aggressive. My job right now is analyzing this dog to see, did it come from he's just bossy, he's territorial? Is he fearful? Is he just somewhat of an alpha dog? What makes him this way? Was he abused? So I'm getting a dog out of a crate. I don't know much about the dog. I have to discover where it's coming from. So we obviously see that he's highly mistrusting or aggressive with other dogs. So I have him on a muzzle, only safe way to do it. I'm not going to set him up for failure. I've been setting time around him, talking to him, walking around with him. He likes me. So now I'm going to slowly and calmly just stand next to him with another dog and slowly move in on this dog in stages. We don't want to flood his brain because we don't want to be unfair to the dog. We want to really see, will he trust a handler and then trust a dog? Let's find out. Okay, that's the first stage. We don't want to set up for failure. So here I go. So right now I see a wagging tail. Now wagging tails don't always mean that the dog is friendly. They can bite nervousness or they can bite because they're angry. So never trust a wagging tail. So I'm a little bit close, so I've got to watch this dog. So now I'm going to walk by. He's trying to get the muzzle off. He's in a panic. But at the same time, I see a bit of a relaxed eyes. When the eyes are relaxed, I'm not so concerned. So there we go. That was the first little lunge of his indication that he wants to dominate right away. You don't hear a growl, you don't hear a bark, but he really went pointed at him and his eyes got focused. So this is telling me, even though this pitty's nice and calm and this was also a rescue, I want to see, is he going to be that way even with a calm dog? Because that would tell me if he's territorial. That's not a threat. None of this body language is a threat. Right, Dave? What's up? What's up? Crazy. Crazy baby. Crazy baby. And I'm trying to be safe and not get a reaction out of this dog to retaliate if he senses this dog has got anger problem. So, get your paw. So now I'm going to take control of the leash where I can bring them a little bit closer. Off. And I've got to leave the muzzle on right now because he may be a smart dog that knows how to just get him off and then start a fight. There you go, Riley. So what I'm seeing so far is if I can be within 2-3 feet with a calm down, he hasn't attacked, he might have just gotten a level of security from me in the time I spent with him. Spending time with a dog, a lot of times if he sees leadership, they tend to relax a little bit more and get easier to teach them to socialize and not be territorial. So that's where I'm taking the first step right now because he's breathing hard because he wants to get out of the muzzle. But right now, him turning his back like that and looking in different directions is telling me that he's accepted the fact that this dog is not a threat. How far he would go if the dog winds up being too close to his territory in a panic? Now that's about 6 inches. Not off. So at 6 inches, he didn't go for the lunge. So I'm learning that this dog is probably just a really territorial dog because he probably lacked leadership and making him feel like he was safe when he met other dogs. So if you really don't, some dogs need extra strong handling so that they feel safe where they feel like their owner is strong enough mentally and physically to take them into introductions with other big dogs. They're both males, so I'm going to do a little back rub, get them into kind mode, right? This is like 6 inches, so I think at this point, I'm coming to the conclusion he needs to just trust a handler. It's the dog that needs to trust a handler. So what I'm going to be doing is working with him when I walk with him is I want to work with him where he understands through pulsations, not hanging him, but pulsations, that, like this, that he is in control with me, that he's safe. Good sit. Good sit, Riley. Yeah. Good sit. Good sit. Now, easily this leash could go to someone else's hand who didn't prove they had leadership skills, and this dog could become highly aggressive. Okay? It's the first time I've introduced him to another dog. I'm seeing his high levels of anger. So I'm being extra cautious with the muzzle, we have to realize. I'm not going to risk any injuries. So taking him into a movement, let's say I'm going to take him into a quick little movement. There you go. Good sit. Good sit. Yeah. Good sit. And he's a little frustrated with the muzzle, I realize. But little by little, we get to the point where we can take a muzzle off and we don't have a problem. So I'm going to test him with the muzzle off to see if he's smart enough to say, now I have the ability to start a fight. So off goes the muzzle. I have to be highly alert at this point because he could really lunge and go for it. Come on. Come on, lady. Come on, lady. Sit, Barley. Good sit. So I've got him right up to a dog now, and he's not, you notice his eyes aren't tense. He's not focusing. And he's not suddenly going for an ambush to suddenly grab this dog. It's up to these dogs, if they're really alpha, they can act calm and all of a sudden go for the bite. There's what we call the silence in the storm, when they just stop breathing, the tongue doesn't hang out, and they suddenly just go for it. And there's a fight that nobody expected. Some of these guys are really clever at doing that. This dog here that I have on my left, Hoodoo, he really understands me, so he's trusting me because he is a stray. There you go. There you go. Again, I'm very aware and prepared if he tries to strike. There you go. Let's go, guy. Come on. So he doesn't seem to be bothered at this point. So I'm going to leave him like that and test him again with no muzzle on. He knows I'm not holding the leash. So I want you to see this behavior. That tone of whining tells me there's anxiety in him, which would go along the sense, he's kissing my hand, go along with the sense that he still doesn't feel secure, and it's going to take time to stage his brain little by little to make friends with dogs. Your baby. Good shit. Good job. So I'm putting this dog in a submissive position so that he understands it's okay where there's no threat. The whining stopped and he turned his body away. So he's telling me I'm no longer concerned because the body language has told him there's no threat here. So now he's become a typical dog. Scent has attracted him to go smell. He's no longer interested in interacting because of the body language of the other dog. This is a good way to let him start building trust that not every dog is a threat, so we don't know his past. Make sure if you enjoyed this video, Subscribe because I have a lot of great information for all of you. Thank you.